Hello everyone. Welcome back. Week 2 of our market update. So thank you for continuing to watch us, and I hope that we can continue to improve each time and each week to give you some insight of what's going on. So we'll talk about the rate hike that just happened last week, right after I sent you guys the email and posted the video. So yes, we did get another rate hike from Bank of Canada, which was pretty much expected. So again, we're just talking about the same kind of situations that we did last week, of just people that are going to be in a little bit of a tighter situation. But we are going to see some opportunities for people that are kind of on the buy side, that are kind of just a little bit hesitant to maybe wait and see what happens. Because if you do wait too long though, then once they do kind of bring rates down or pause them, as we saw in January, then there is going to be another influx of people coming in out of the woodworks, and that is when prices are going to not skyrocket, but go up pretty high. Because we did see, as I mentioned, I think last week, we did see a 15% increase from the beginning of the year to around half of the year, and over the last month or so, we have seen prices kind of dip down and maybe have regained some 5, maybe 10% in some pockets, but in some pockets we did see the prices stay up at that level. So it depends on where you want to be. So there might be some opportunities as we continue to see the summer lull happen. So let's get into the stats and see what happened week over week in the market. So we'll start with our downtown surrounding area. We saw active listings actually go down by about 20 listings, and actually there was 3 more sold firm places. These are freehold homes. So we are seeing a pretty leveling out of inventory and sold. So those people that on the buy side that were locked in before the rate increase last week still are, I think, rushing in to make sure that they buy, because these are some people that need to purchase if they have sold their homes earlier this year. So I think we're going to see kind of a leveling off of numbers for the next couple weeks, just with those buyers that are needing to buy. And then I think we will see inventory start to trickle up a bit more with the rate increase, forcing people to sell. So it usually takes can take 2 to 3 weeks for everything to be organized for getting your property up for listing. So we'll keep an eye on that and see if inventory goes up. So we saw prices down a little bit, but we don't want to focus too much on price, because there are such a array of different homes that are selling in the high millions and then some selling in just under $1 million. We want to keep an eye on the months of inventory. I didn't include this last week, so that's something we're going to keep an eye on. So we see 2.2 months of inventory for freehold homes in the downtown surrounding areas. So if we go to the condo side, again, pretty flat overall, with inventory staying around the same at 2,200. Sold firm, we had 89 compared to 88 last week. So that is pretty level off. So I think we're going to see, especially in the condo market, people that are going to bite the bullet and purchase their home, especially if they have their lock rates, as we mentioned. We see 4.17 months of inventory. So condos have been on the tougher side to sell overall, so that number is a little higher overall. But so we do see the days on market are 19, so it does usually take a little bit longer for things to sell on the condo side, just because it is a lot of first-time home buyers, and they are a little hesitant sometimes to get into the market, and we are seeing some investors that are needing to sell. Hopefully, if you don't need to, and hold on tight, because things will get better over the long term, right? So it is tough to swallow sometimes at the moment, but we will see things getting better overall down the line. So we'll focus on to the Don Mills area. Again, not too much has changed there. We saw a couple more sales compared to the one of last week. This is freehold. So we will keep an eye on that too, with the 2.6 months of inventory. So that is something I think is going to be standard within the Don Mills area. So with the days on market at 8 right now, so usually takes just over a week. There are some units that are taking a little bit longer, that need a little bit more work, but things that are properly staged and move-in ready for a lot of people that just don't want to do any renovations. These are the ones that are going to sell a little bit faster, so we will see some influx in that data. We moved to the condo side in the Don Mills area. Again, active listings went up a little bit. We did see 2 more sold firm, where there was 4 last week, so I think we're going to see the condos start to trickle up in inventory. So that could be another opportunity for some buyers that do have the mortgage approval and can afford it, and that are maybe just waiting on the sidelines to see what happens. This could be your opportunity in the next month or so before we possibly get some good news from Bank of Canada later on in the year. Now we'll move to the Leslie, Davisville, Mount Pleasant, Yonge and Eglinton area. Again, everything's pretty flat there. Active listings are at around 120. And solds around the same as well. So we have 2.4 months of inventory. We did see the average house price go down by 600,000, but again, these areas do have some pockets where there are some multi-million-dollar homes, and then some pockets that are in the million-dollar areas. So prices will fluctuate. So we don't want to focus too hard on that. We did see the days on market go up from 11 to 27. So that is a little bit of another sign that things are starting to slow down in that area. Again, possibly another opportunity for some buyers or investors if you have the money to get, because long term we are going to see some price increases, and especially once the Bank of Canada does bring down the rates, then we're going to see a frenzy of buyers coming out. And if there is a lack of inventory, as there has been for quite some time, then we will see some decent price increases, and you don't want to be mixed up in that too much. For the condo side, also again pretty flat. We did see a decent amount of lesser sold firms, so we saw 7 over the week from the week before. The months of inventory are just under 3.5 months of inventory, so this is pretty standard for condos. So overall, we are seeing the market pretty flat, but I just want to emphasize again that this could be your opportunity to purchase something that before the frenzy that happened similar to in January, and we don't want to be caught in the middle of that increase, right? And then it just adds a lot more stress when we are in multiple offer situations and possibly losing out on offers, and then we just have to, then prices keep going up, and then we get pushed further and further away from our ideal mortgage payments, right? So at the end of the day, you're going to be paying a premium to be in Toronto and the surrounding area. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or concerns about the Toronto and surrounding areas for where there may be some good opportunities to purchase. So also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, and I really appreciate everyone watching and getting in a little bit more information than our usual month-to-month updates. It gives you a little bit more input for what's going on in these areas. And again, if you are in a specific area that we have not mentioned, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I can kind of give you a little bit of more data on that area and home types. All right, thanks guys, peace and love, have a good one.